There's nothing sadder, really, when you look at a project like that in the pouring rain.
Yeah, it's about 23 minutes in, that point, where it all goes very badly wrong, then it's...
Yeah. Which is the pattern, isn't it? I mean, there is definitely a pattern there, and I think it's a pattern in so many building projects. Is
and
that
in life.
that things begin to go wrong, and hopefully you'll be able to salvage them.
Yeah, yeah. So at the very first programme we put out this season, there was a guy called Matt White, an architect, and he sort of stopped me in my tracks talking about buildings and life and why you build and all the rest of it. And he just said to me at one point, "Bad stuff is gonna happen. So get on with life and enjoy it while you can, you know." And it's kind of a really, really good motto, isn't it? You know, just get out there and do stuff.
But it's amazing how many people seem to take on these enormous projects and don't have enough money to complete it. And that there is always some disaster in the middle when they always seem to run out of money.
Isn't that human nature, though? We all overreach. You know, we all over it, whether it's shopping or whether it's, you know, building or whatever it is. You know, we all overreach ourselves. It's, you know, car salesmen take advantage of that all the time by selling us, you know, the extra gizmos. And I think, you know, if that didn't happen, then we wouldn't be watching human beings, because it's part of the sort of the drive to do better, to wake up and make the world a better place.
We're also guilty of dreaming, really, isn't it? It is having that supposed dream home, and you think it's possible.
Completely, and the reason I'm addicted to architecture and to coffee is that when I look at a building that's good, what I see there is the imaginings, the hopes and dreams of individuals, kind of, you know, writ large, written in stone, and it's kind of, wow, you know, you think, you know, what we're capable of as a species is both incredibly kind of destructive, but also we're capable of great things too, and it's wonderful.
Well, you express that beautifully in your iconic Pieces to Camera.
Well, that one about your building, yeah.
Which, of course, you've done for us, and here we go.
Over there is some real architecture to lift the soul. You know, for centuries, human beings have heaped dust and dirt out of the ground and made the world in their own image. And London is perhaps one of the greatest architectural landscapes of all. It's home to fantastic buildings, just like this one, which in the tradition of chaos and order is just a dog's dinner, isn't it? It's got some nice paint on it, though.
Beautifully done.
Well, no, I'm sorry, but we are on the South Bank, right here. You can begin a walk. There is a kind of historic walk on the South Bank, which begins, you know, further upstream, and it goes on. There's Battersea Park and the power station. These great architectural names, you know, wonderful buildings like the National Theatre and the Royal Festival Hall, you know. And further on, it gets better, you know, with Foster's. It goes on and on and on.
You can feel it coming, can't you?
Feel it.
Then halfway down, there's this kind of white blob. There's this lump. It looks like a building that's had the facade taken off it.
Well, how dare you? It's an iconic building.
Taken off it.
It's actually, you're right. You know, it's a non-building.
What do you think we should do? Do you think we should put shutters on it or something? Then what does it need?
What does it
We've
need?
got bees on the roof.
Moving. It needs moving.
And on the subject of going mobile, that's exactly what Grand Designs Live is. Opens at the Birmingham NEC tomorrow. Yeah. And once again, another very, very successful project. And I think someone told you a while ago, oh, the exhibition's dead.
Yeah, that's right. About 10 years ago, somebody said to me, "Oh, exhibitions, nobody wants them anymore. We're just going to buy everything on the internet." The thing about the internet is you can't touch stuff. You can't judge its quality. And
so you can actually go up there and you can...
That is the whole point of exhibitions, to be able to go, meet the makers, meet the people who really know the stuff and understand it, you know, because we sort of forget that actually we judge the world qualitatively with our hands, with our, you know, we touch. That's how we you know, it's the forgotten sense, almost.
And you sort of piece it all together when you're there then? You kind of...
I just make a nuisance of myself. My job is I'm the disruptor, you know, so I just go around annoying other people. It's a lovely job, because not having a sort of formal role, I don't have to be there to... I mean, I do, of course, we do get people like, you know, our contributors from the series up on stage, and we do a lot of stuff with the audience, and that's great fun. But no, my job is really to go around and, you know, like the ringmaster, just chivvy everybody along.
For anyone watching now who's planning on doing something to their home, what are the common mistakes? What can you do to make yourself easier?
It's a lack of planning, really, because the reason often projects go over, and it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's an extension or a new kitchen, it's because you haven't kind of nailed it, and people often do change the design halfway through and do adapt and add, and that's always expensive. They say always, you know, best to kind of make all your decisions and all your changes in the planning stage. That's why people draw pictures, you know, because it's much cheaper than building things out of block work. And And in doing that, you save the money. And then when you get onto site, which is the expensive bit, you can make that as short and as efficient as possible.
And you also say invest in things that you touch, which you were just talking about a moment ago, taps and things like that. Aesthetically pleasing.
Well, there's one thing I will say about this building. It's not bling. And, you know, there are plenty of bling buildings in the world, you know, which are kind of very, very shiny. And I think it's interesting in the series right now. I mean, I keep visiting kitchens which are kind of quite low-key, and the sort of the decade of bling, you know, kind of super shiny is sort of, I think, slightly receding.
Quite nice. I was kitchen.
Kitchen's not too bling.
There's a bit of bling happening over there.
It's not that bling. No, it's all right. There's a bit of stainless steel, but it's not. You know, come on. There's no. You know, when you turn on the tap, the water doesn't change colour, does it, as it comes out?
No, when you turn on the tap, it doesn't come out at all. They don't work.
I went to wash my hands yesterday. Oh, yes, there's no water.
For more of the same, just click here. And don't forget, you can subscribe for even more of these amazing videos exclusive to our channel.
You did also go through the book, and you say it's very difficult not to put parts of you into it, that she did recognise a character she asked you to change.
No, it was a name. It was a name of a teacher. I stupidly, you think you're picking names out of a hat.
And it was the real one.
Yeah, and my mother was like, you know that person taught you at school. Like, oh, yeah.
You better change that.
Better change that.